gonna be so cute. It's the size of my face. Fingers. I feel like I have very Gigi Hadid hair right now and I'm really loving it. But we're gonna change it up. Hello, lovely people. So today I'm gonna show you guys how I style my hair when I curl it. I style my hair in a few different ways, but my most common kind of styling of hair when I go out is curling it with a curling wand, one of these bad boys. So I'm going to show you what products I use and the technique, and I hope you guys like it. So let's get stuck into it. So first things first, I'm going to go over a few products that I use to put in my hair just to add a bit of volume. When I get out of the shower, I towel dry my hair and then I spray on a little bit of this. This is a bit of like a heat protectant, but it also helps to kind of add a little bit of kind of grip to the hair and allows all of the other products that I am then going to put in to kind of blend in a little bit. It's kind of like a primer for your hair. This is really good. So this is from Bumble and it's their thickening hairspray. I then go in with a thickening mousse. Any thickening mousse will do, but I've been using the Tony & Guy Volume Plumping Mousse recently. So I literally can't think of any. Go away! Please leave. Okay. So with this one, you want to. So for me, I'd use maybe that much for my hair. I then run that through the center part of my hair and then underneath as well, and then just with my fingers kind of rub it all into all the other parts. I then blow dry my hair. I'll then go back and section it. This is just like a little makeup scraper, but you can literally use anything like a brush or comb, something that has like a bit of a point to it to get a really nice sharp part. Then once that's done, I'll go in with a little hair tie, and I tend to do this side of my hair first, just because it's a little bit smaller, and kind of section off the back kind of quarter. Get that out of the way with the clip. Now this is quite short, so I'm not going to worry about curling these little bits because it's really not going to do anything at the bottom of the back of my hair, so there's no point. But the slightly longer bits I will be curling. I am using the GHD, I think it's the Curve. It doesn't say what it is, but I'll put it in the description box. Thicker at the base, and then it kind of thins out. So a bit of a tip is I always do it with the thinner part facing down. I find the curls just kind of look a little bit better that way, and because you've got a larger curl at the base of the hair, it kind of gives you a little bit more volume as well. Love that noise. Done. Grab a section. Now I like to alternate between the direction of the hair. So sometimes I will bring it kind of forward, I guess, and then kind of hold it. I don't like to curl the ends of it too much. I like having the ends straight up. I'm always really worried of seeing that video with the girl where her hair snaps off. That has kind of scarred me for life. So basically just keep doing little sections. So I kind of don't really care about the back. Out of sight, out of mind. I can't see it, so whatever. But yeah, I just kind of grab little bits of sections from the back. So then this time I will curl it the opposite direction, always having it facing down. So this time I'll put it behind the hair and bring it forward. And then you can always, if it's a little bit difficult to kind of get that angle, you can always then just twist the actual curler to get closer to your head. You can always do this as well. Like if I really want it to, if I want it to be a little bit more curly and I want the curls to last, you can kind of cup it so that the hair can start to cool down in that shape, because it's that heat that is obviously changing the something in the hair, and then when it cools down, that's what locks it in. So by kind of letting it cool down in that shape, it's more likely to last a bit longer. Let it go. And I always like to curl my hair like at the second day that I've washed it, just because, yeah, they do last a little bit longer. Now I'm going to take a section from the front. I kind of do it randomly, like I don't have much of a system. It's just kind of do lots of little sections and hope for the best. Okay, so this one's too big, so split it back. Do the opposite to what I just did, so bring it at the front of the hair. And then you just kind of continue that process. Another little tip as well is for any of the bits kind of at the front section, it's always nice to curl it away from your head. So I'll show you with this one. So if you hold the hair out and then, yeah, so put it behind the hair and then kind of wrap that around and then pull it in. By doing that, it just kind of, it frames the face a little bit better. So while I'm curling it, I don't like to comb through with my fingers or a brush because I find that that breaks apart the hair, and it's still quite warm. So while it's cooling down, I want it to be as tight of a curl as it possibly can. So I don't actually touch it. Even once I've done my whole head, I'll leave it for about 10 minutes before I start to comb through, which I'll show you guys in a second.
Care anymore? Are we fading lovers? We keep wasting colors. Maybe we should let this go. We're falling apart, still we all together.
So pretty. So I take that out, and then just with this one again, I'll kind of part it halfway, twist, and clip it up. And then I basically do exactly the same thing for the other side. A little tip for the back as well, I find it really hard to keep the curling iron face down. So what I do is I actually just keep it kind of straight. It's so hard. I literally just grab whatever I can and then kind of wrap it around.
Everywhere you go, from Chicago to the coast, you tell me hit this and let's go. Blow the smoke right through the window, 'cause this is all we know. 'Cause this is all we know. 'Cause this is all we know.
One of those little pageant girls, terrible hairstyles. So I'm gonna let this sit for 10 minutes just to make sure the hair cools down and the curls really do set, and then we will get into the styling of it. Now what I tend to do is just run my fingers through my hair just to kind of separate the curls, and that way you're still gonna get the what's it called, like the definition. Just kind of adds a little bit more texture. So this is kind of what it's like from the back. What I want to do is, you can kind of see that it looks quite buffy here. So I want to add a little bit more volume up here, just so it's not kind of like super slick and then buff central. So what I tend to do is I use two other products. Now these add a little bit of texture, a little bit of volume, just a little bit of amazing goodness in general if you have thin hair or if you want a little bit more volume. So what I like to do is I like to start out with this one. So this is the Pret-a-Powder from Bumble. It's kind of like, almost like a dry shampoo and a volumizing powder in one. So it's really great if you have oily hair and you kind of just want to take away that little bit of oil. But it also does volumize your hair without it feeling really like sticky or waxy. What I tend to do is I start at the top and then I get kind of like a little section. Put that in. Fold that back over, and kind of just like rub it in. Do the same thing again, another small section, flip it over. So you can kind of see that that's already just given it a little bit more volume up the top. So what you can do is you can actually kind of squeeze the product out if you actually push it in. So if you turn your head to the side, kind of shake it so it lies on the bottom here, and you can like puff it into like the back bits of hair just to add a bit more volume. And then for a little bit more like grittiness, I tend to go in with this one here, which is the Bumble Thickening Dry Spun Finish. And I have bought so many bottles of these just because I've never found anything that even comes close to how awesome this makes my hair look. What you want to do is do like a waterfall technique where you pick up a chunk of hair and do little sprays and then kind of like strop this. Now because I've already got a lot of volume, I don't want to use too much of this so it's not like Einstein hair. A little bit, little sprays, and little bit in the back as well. That's basically how I do my hair, so I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and go follow me on my social media channels as well.